Hello, YouTube. I am re-recording my comment video for the week. Some of you may have been witness to when in OBS Studio I accidentally started stream instead of recording, which is embarrassing and hilarious at the same time. But now we're going to record the comment section, which is one of my favorite parts of the week. And honestly, I love interacting with the community, see what they say. It makes me happy to have a YouTube channel, of course. And it's you viewers that make it all possible. So thank you. We're going to read some comments. Like, comment, subscribe. And we'll start with SSP Viking. The deck is awesome. Feels like my favorite edgy. So the fact he's so good is amazing. I cannot wait for my box to get here and to hopefully play ready for this deck. Beel's X is great. You picked a great favorite Digimon because that card is killer right now. So I hope that works out for you. Zabor 19. Maybe our experiences are different, but I feel as though Beelstarmon, although a fantastic card, never seems to come up in the games I play. When I do get a chance to use her in a game, the game is basically already over. Maybe running Calling from the Darkness over Beelstarmon, it could be a solid alternative, as being able to get stuff back from the trash is always great regardless. I love comments like these. The comments on my deck videos was actually like constructive comments, not just the no, you're bad. Actual like analysis, homework. It's great. And you know what? Beelstar is one of the worst cards in the Beelsmon deck. I'm not gonna lie. So I might cut it for Calling. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try it out. I might do it. Digiwatch. Wasn't this top cut, not core TCG? Core Smart, I believe. Okay, so as you guys know, I played in the last regionals, or one of the last regionals. I played in top cut regional, not core regional, where I came 20th with Melga. I streamed it and everything. In my video, the deck profile, I got the name of the TO wrong. Now, this is not the first time that this has happened. It's not going to be the last time either. I come from Yu-Gi-Oh, which I've mentioned before, where there are multiple regionals every single weekend. Multiple regionals. So, like, one weekend you say, oh, I'm going to go to New York for regionals. Oh, next week I'm going to Ohio. Next weekend I'm going to North Carolina. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. The TO doesn't matter. Nothing matters. The name of the place it's at doesn't matter. So that's kind of the way that I treat it, honestly, even though there's only like a minuscule amount of regionals in comparison to Yu-Gi-Oh. I'll give you a fun example. Momocon. You know, I only know what Momocon is because people were constantly asking me, are you going to Momocon? Are you going to Momocon? Are you going? Are you going? Are you going to Momocon? Momocon, Mario? Huh? Momocon? And like, I didn't know what Momocon was until people kept repeatedly saying PPG IR regionals. Like, you could have just asked me, hey, are you going to the PPG IRL regionals at the end of May? No. Instead, they say Momocon. So now I know what Momocon is after like 24 times people asking me. But like, to me, it doesn't matter. To me, it's just the event. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I come 8th place at a Top Cut regional, a Carter regional. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So that's the way I look at it. I'll be more aware. I'll try to be more aware of the TO names. But this is not the first time I've gotten it wrong. It will not be the last time I get it wrong. I'm just telling you right now. Jermaine Evans, no HA Grave on this one. I'm shocked. Still congrats. Hope to see a video in the future with BT12 Red Hybrid. Yeah. I did top regionals before this Melgo one with Ancient Grey as well. I topped every BT11 I played in, by the way. Every single BT Bandai event, BT11 Bandai event I topped. It's pretty good. All three. Pretty good at the game. But yeah, there will be a BT12 Red Hybrid deck profile. Don't you worry. Kaiser Kiyoishi. I keep loving how Mario keeps bashing Ulforce XP, even though I honestly love the deck, and admittedly it poses a good matchup against Beals and a few other decks from all the play testing I keep doing with the deck as a whole. Will Gray still want to test against to see? So, Quartzmon invalidates Ulforce. That's the first point. Second of all, in my testing, Beelzemon is just straight faster. Straight faster. Not even close. And third of all, War Greymon is kind of back and forth. I lost a match to it on stream, but then I ran it back in testing and it was fine. So, I don't know. Ulforce, yes, it's technically better now than it was BT11, but not by a grand margin. However, Ultimate Cup format changes everything, because once again, it's going to help Ulforce. So we will talk about that in a future video for sure. Abel's apps. The pre-release pricing really needs to be reevaluated. I've never seen as many people drop from an event and just leave as soon as they got their packs for pre-release. That is very cool. Um, Here's the thing about pre-release pricing, right? The pre-release stamped cards are good value because they're technically max rarity, right? For eventually most cases, they go fetch a pretty penny. They really do. So I mean, when your pricing is that good, the pre-release format sucks. Digimon Limited is a terrible experience, in my opinion. It's one of the reasons why I don't go out of my way to do it. I don't like it at all. Hate it. But, I can't say I'm surprised. That's all I'm going to add to that. Bandai won't reevaluate the pricing because it will work. And yes, next pre-release we're getting freaking probably Darkdramon and that purple Rosamond Fury mode. That's going to suck too. But that's nothing you can do. Next, Caveman 512. I work at one of the biggest comic gaming stores in Texas where we host Yugi regionals and large-scale Pokemon events. But when I reached out to Bandai about being an in-person Digimon regional venue, they shot me down saying they weren't looking for regional TOs at this time. Shake my head. The comment thread on this one was basically vouching for this guy, which is really cool. So I know he's legit. And yeah. Okay, this is bananas that Bandai just won't have more TOs run things. And I don't know why. Bandai is a big company. They're making money. They have a lot of money. Why are they not letting more people be TOs? It's something I'll never know. I have no idea. Hopefully they change this though, because I know players want more regionals, especially if regionals are only if invites are only locked to regionals and only top 16. You're gonna need more chances to play in regionals for sure if you want to go to nationals. Yeah, this is something that Bandai needs to fix. This is a big Keck W for sure. Tanner Stanley. As someone who has gotten invites from Store Championships, I can honestly say, sure, some locals are not as good as others. But in the first nationals, I placed 52 from the locals, 52nd from the locals that is not too strong. But I work every weekend, so I miss a ton of the regionals and cannot travel to the in-person regionals due to where I live. They're not close drives. So Star Championships giving invites give more people a chance to prove themselves in the past local scene. Love the videos, Mario. Yeah, this is not a kettle black type of situation. Just because you get a Store Championship invite doesn't mean you are bad at the game. It can mean you're bad at the game, but it doesn't always mean you're bad at the game, right? You don't have to sweat in a regionals to get an invite and be good if you can't do it. As for someone like Tanner, though, completely relatable. I live in Canada. Nothing's close. But, you can book time off on the weekends, I'm sure. And maybe you can fly. I don't know. Hopefully Bandai fixes this something, though. Omnimon. The adventure boxes are not usually in stock in most Target stores. Seems like to be online only from what I've seen. I included this because it's good to know, right? I'm in Canada and we never have anything in stock when it comes to digital product in Walmarts. But this is good to know. This is a good to know thing for sure. Noob Hero 7. Thank you for clarifying Merciful Mode. People really don't understand that the Digimon you just popped can't benefit from its on-deletions because you slapped the same name on their deck, stopping their on-deletions entirely. Also, throwing all their Mons bottom deck means they can't pull those Mons from trash or start at 14 Beals or EX2 Beals. Thank you. This is great. This is a great comment, a great addition to why people were confused by Merciful Mode previously. This is great, and I hope people get it once and for all. Next, I never include comments this big. Never. But this comment is so good that I had to include it. From Tamer Nigel. Honestly don't understand the pre-sale idea anymore. To elaborate, I live in a semi-rural area, so the vast majority of purchasing is online from various retailers. Almost every retailer that I've done business with has told me that they can sell boxes only during the pre-release and not singles. Upon some reading, it would seem that outlets are not allowed to sell single cards until the actual full release. My question is this. If a retailer cannot sell single cards until the full release date, why bother even ordering them until then? If I can buy card X for the non-pre-release price on the day of full release instead of buying it on pre-release day for an elevated price and still must wait until the full release date for it to shut out, why not just do that? I do wish to state that this may be a specific circumstance to my situation, and I do not know how outlets in major cities like Toronto or DC are to do things. But based on what I know, it feels like a straight-up loss for the buyer. I would appreciate your thoughts on this and anyone else's. Have a good day. You took all the words out of my mouth. I had nothing to add. Perfection in text form, basically, as to why you should not buy the pre-sales. Gustavo, turn up the volume. Okay. I actually got a comment on this on a video this week too. So I'm going to address this right now. Back in the day, my mic used to be loud. People used to bitch and complain that it was too loud. So I took precautions. And now a softer voice. And now people are complaining that it's too low. You can either blast your ears off when the video starts to turn down, or you can realize that the video is a little bit too low and you can turn it up. Pick one and let me know what you want to do. Joshua XC. I think what bothers me the most is that Bandai gave strong cash values to their first BSS tournament. My 2 regional finishes this month would have netted me 1,500 cash if they used the same pricing, but instead my pricing is worth about $100 to the right buyer. It's the same parent company and a top 5 game? There's no excuse for this. I agree. People like me that like to play tournaments with a hope for financial incentive and gain get fucked, for lack of better terminology, by some of these pricing sometimes. If you don't exactly win, because it's a card tournament and RNG happens, it sucks. It really does suck. It gives you incentive to play BSS for sure. I'm thinking about it to the point where I might learn the game, drive to a tournament, win it, win some money, invest in stocks, call it a day. That's the extent of my Battle Spirits experience that I'm thinking of doing. We'll see what happens. But he's right. It's complete bollocks, in my opinion. Final comment today goes to Nick P. The exclusive promos are not good. Don't give them ideas. There are a million cards that Bandai could have given players that weren't bulk. There are many alt arts that could have been done instead of this garbage. Regardless, please don't terminate exclusive promos, please. I was just giving, when I suggested tournament exclusive promos that are good for a deck, but are not mandatory for the deck, and you don't need to play that deck to do well, I think that's okay. I think if it's a promo like Crush Card Virus, that if you play, you're at a complete advantage compared to everyone else, that's a little toxic. But otherwise, I think it's okay personally. But he's also right. They did reprint bulk. They did not have to reprint bulk. And that is all. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys later. Bye.